Welcome to Bretby and for joining us for this special Mother's Day service. We're here to remember those lovely mums who are no longer with us. We want to take this moment to celebrate their lives, to acknowledge it's okay to feel sad, and to feel comfy in sharing our grief with one another. Many of you have shared some special photographs with us, and we'll have the chance to see those precious pictures a little later in our service. Whoever you are and wherever you are, this service is for all of us. Let's remember our mums together.
A mother's love is something that no one can explain. It's made of deep devotion and of sacrifice and pain. It's endless and unselfish, and enduring come what may, for nothing can destroy it or take that love away. It's patient and forgiving when all others are forsaking, and it never fails or falters, even though the heart is breaking. It believes beyond believing when the world around condemns, and it glows with all the beauty, the rarest, brightest gems. It's far beyond defining, it defies all explanation, and it still remains a secret, like the mysteries of creation. A many splendid miracle man cannot understand, and another wondrous evidence of God's tender, guiding hand. On behalf of colleagues here at Central England Cooperative, thank you for joining us today as we gather in celebration of Mother's Day. My name is Richard, and it's an absolute pleasure to be asked to join with you today in this annual celebration of the love that we share for our mums everywhere. I'm so very fortunate that my mum is still with us, and I can, at any given moment, visit her or pick up the phone and hear her voice, and likewise she can do the same with any of us for a chat whenever she feels the need. But I'm conscious that many folks watching today will not have that privilege. And privilege is a word that I don't use lightly. I cannot begin to imagine the pain of losing my mum, and I know that when that time does come, I will hope and trust that the words of comfort from friends and family and others will provide at least a little solace as the grieving process takes its course. As a funeral celebrant, I get to meet some of the most wonderful families, each with a story to tell of their recently departed loved ones. The pandemic has provided many obstacles for my colleagues and I to navigate, but somehow we've managed to continue to celebrate lives, albeit on a reduced capacity on many occasions. I'm a great believer in that the power of love will always conquer, and that our loved ones never really leave us after they've departed this earthly plane. I know that others may think differently, but I find comfort, and on occasion a degree of humour, in thinking that my departed loved ones are watching from the shadows. Mums are very special people indeed. For many of us, they provide a lifeline, a go-to in times of need, always ready to offer a kindly word or a sensible way forward, and more often than not, a decent cuppa. Others may enjoy a hands-on supportive mum, perhaps as a proud grandma, when the glorious pitter-patter of tiny feet is heard within the extended family. And some of us have mother figures who we simply regard as second mums. Of course, there are times when families don't enjoy such wonderful and meaningful relationships for a whole host of reasons. But mother love is curiously powerful. And if you choose to believe that loved ones walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, it's possible that even death can't extinguish such a power. Today we celebrate our love for mums everywhere, and for those who aren't fortunate to still have mum in their lives, take a moment to give thanks for the gift of their physical presence. And for those who are not so fortunate following the loss of mum, perhaps celebrating Mother's Day today for the first time, rest assured that you're in our thoughts and prayers. Before the pandemic, when the world possessed a semblance of normality, my working day would often include several visits to the homes of bereaved families to discuss the kind of service that was required for their loved one. It was an informal opportunity to get to know the family over a cup of tea and to hear all about the antics and the wonderful memories that they all shared. Amongst the most difficult meetings are, without doubt, the arrangements that a parent is making following the loss of a child. No parent should have to be undertaking such a task, but I'm always astounded at the stoicism showed by many a mum and a dad when faced with a mission that they are set. One mum in particular was adamant that the service for her teenage daughter, who'd tragically taken her own life, was to be filled with laughter and full-on colour. She wanted to celebrate every good moment in her daughter's short life, and she was prepared to move mountains in that quest. I was in awe at her absolute enthusiasm and vigour. It was made especially more poignant as just 2 years before, her eldest daughter had also taken her own life. The power of mum never ceases to amaze. Life is but a stopping place, a pause in what's to be, a resting place along the road to sweet eternity. We all have different journeys and different paths along the way. We were all meant to learn some things, but never meant to stay. Our destination is a place far greater than we know, and for some the journey's quicker, and for some the journey's slow. And when our journey finally ends, we claim our great reward, find an everlasting peace together with the Lord. When we're saddened by death, it often appears that there's no end to the tunnel that we find ourselves in, and words of comfort from loved ones can often go unheard. When waves of emotion like that hit you head on, my top tip for getting to grips with grief is to take a quiet moment out of your day. Make yourself a decent brew, perhaps grab the biscuit tin, and sit in your favourite chair. Immerse yourself in precious memories. Recall the times that you laughed, those real belly laughs, the ones that leave you breathless. Recall the holidays that you shared, the houses that you lived in, and the friends that came into your lives, and the times that you disagreed and subsequently made up. With mums in mind, perhaps you'll recall the times that you were chastised, or those times when you knew you were in trouble because she called you by your full name. And who can forget those threats of, wait till your father gets home? Through his laughter, one lovely son told me recently that his beloved late mother, 3 boisterous boys, she often resorted to chastising her unruly mob with a sharp tap on the bottom with a pair of wooden laundry tongs. With a wry smile, I asked if he felt traumatised, but his reply was emphatic. No, I feel honoured to be blessed with the memory. Laughter is, of course, another great healer. Use those memories whenever you want to. Laugh out loud and cry when you wish. Hold memories close, and again, if you believe, take comfort in the assurance that your loved one won't be very far away. When visiting families, I'm frequently taken into their confidence on many matters of the heart. Sometimes appropriate tales are included in the tribute, and sometimes not so. On many occasions, people also tell me curious and unexplained happenings since the departure of their loved one. The appearance of white feathers for no apparent reason is a common one. The age-old adage that the presence of the beautiful red robin in the garden is often a sign that a loved one is not far away, being another. Familiar scents are also reported as signs that our loved ones are present. favourite perfumes, flowers, and frequently cigarette or cigar smoke. And it goes without saying, I doubt we'll ever know what happens for sure after we die. But until science provides us with an answer, embrace those memories and those signs from above. They may just help you raise a smile as you navigate those often painful stages of grief. Many of you kindly sent in a special photograph of your mum a few weeks ago, and we've put together a special tribute film featuring those precious pictures, and we hope you enjoy watching it.
In the evening, when the kettle's on for tea, an old familiar feeling settles over me, and it's your face I see, and I believe that you are there. In a garden, when I start to touch a rose, I feel the petals soft and sweet against my nose. I smile and I suppose that somehow maybe you are there. When I'm dreaming and I find myself awake without a warning, then I rub my eyes and fantasize, and all at once I realize it's morning, and my fantasy is fading like a distant star at dawn. My dearest dream is gone. I often think there's just one thing to do: pretend the dream is true, and tell myself that you are. In the evening, when the kettle's on for tea, an old familiar feeling settles over me, and it's your face I see, and I believe that you are there. In a garden, when I start to touch a rose, I feel the petals soft and sweet against my nose. I smile and I suppose that somehow maybe you are there. When I'm dreaming and I find myself awake without a warning, then I rub my eyes and fantasize, and all at once I realize and tell myself that you are there.
There are some who bring a light into the world so great that even when they depart this earthly plane, their light remains shining brightly. So we light candles, first for symbol of mother's love everywhere. And we light another for those and thoughts who grieve. We light this one for the gift of life. And our next for precious memories. And we light our last candle with a smile for the gift of laughter. My mother kept a garden of the heart. She planted all the good things that gave my life its start. She turned me to the sunshine and encouraged me to dream, fostering and nurturing the seeds of self-esteem. And when the winds and rain came, she protected me enough, but not too much, because she knew I'd need to stand up strong and tough. Her constant good example always taught me right from wrong, markers for my pathway that will last a lifetime long. I am my mother's garden, I am her legacy, and I hope today she feels the love reflected back from me. How do you remember your mum? Perhaps she was inspirational. One family proudly told me that their mum's motto was, good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better best. Another lady chuckled as she said that the aroma of freshly baked cake always brings a tear to her eye. She explained that growing up, there was seldom a day without home baking in her mum's kitchen. Or perhaps you possess an item of jewellery. I have a trinket belonging to my late Nana. She wore it often, and whilst it's worth nothing in pounds, in sentiment it's priceless. Recently I overheard a conversation offering the following words of wisdom. A mother is your first friend, your best friend, your forever friend. And whilst you may be able to get another lover, you'll never get another mother. However you choose to celebrate today, may your day be filled with wonderful memories. Hold special ones close and surround yourself with their love. Thank you for joining us today. Bless you, friends.
Flora, though you sleep on a guru's lap now, all we see everywhere is you. As we recall our time together, lucky is how we felt the day we found you. And we were such a happy three. Oh, how we loved our time together. Why must the present turn to past so fast? The disappearing now. I wish I had a golden bough to bring you back somehow. Someday, when all our hearts are real assembled. Love will connect us once again. And we'll resume our time together.